What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? What day is today, man? Is it Wednesday? It's freaking Wednesday? Dude, since when? No way. Sup, people? Well, that means Cole's coming out tomorrow. Cole Obsidian. What up? What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? How you guys doing? Let's get a tweet out nice and quick, because there is lots to do, man. Lots and lots and lots to do. Oh, boy. I have a feeling tonight is going to be an interesting night discussion-wise. With the news about 6.2. Who's ready to talk about that stuff? Dad, you watched the video I tagged you in? Miguel, I just now checked Twitter, like right before going live. I usually check it right before going live, and I saw that you posted it, but no, I didn't watch it. It's about Mortal Kombat 11, a tier list for MK11. Does that actually have to do with MCOC? Because I don't know anything about MK11, you know. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get out of something like that. Brandon Cowger, am I saying that correctly? Sending over $2 saying, "What's up, BG? YouTube gave me a free super chat, dude. Well, thank you very much, man. I'm honored that you would send over a that you would use the $2 that YouTube gave you to give it to me. I am honored. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let's do this whole tweet thing though. I guess I was a day early on this one, huh? From how most people feel, at least. Alright, anyway. Dearest Heart Marvel Champions. Ooh, what do I say? I don't actually have a tweet planned for today. Yeah, but the video talks about tier lists in general, how they affect in fighting games. It's not so long, but it's a good talk on why tier lists are stupid in games like MCOC. Okay, I might check it out. That guy, I think that guy's overall a good dude, entertaining dude. I guess using the word dude is pretty accurate with that dude too, since he's Maximilian dude, right? Maybe I'll take a look. See. It's frustrating, classic band, but probably won't be the end of the world. Wait and see. Not like they're changing their mind. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world at all, to be honest. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. We'll get all types of opinions on it from everybody. How you guys all feel about it. I'll explain how I feel about it and all that. As soon as I get a frickin' tweet out. I'm drawing blanks here. Maybe something Proxima related? Or something? Okay, maybe we'll say this. No. I was gonna say something about an all-nighter for her and the whole midnight thing. Ugh. Alright, you know what? Let's just go with one of these. Let's make something up like this. Day 749 of 2280. Today I ate sand. I wasn't hungry. I just wanted to know how it tastes. P.S. I am now live. Okay. Oh man, my voice is kind of out of it. Whoa. Alright, anyway. Tweet. I don't know what that tweet is, guys. Whatever, man. You know, that's how I feel about it. Whatever. It's just a tweet. You put some words in. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. Ooh, free crystal. Alright, who's in here? First one in here was Aiden B, followed by Fluffy something, Fluffy MQN. Kyle Roffe. Fancy, the Boom Boy, the real Deadpool. What up, what up, what up, what up? We got Star in here, Miguel, Henach, Carl. Cody, Nuggles, Art of Chaos, Dragon. What up, people? It tastes like sand. While Cosmic Beta started, did you watch anyone play it or anything about it yet? Just curious. A little bit, not very much. I don't know. Like, I'm excited for the game, but I don't think watching like the early levels is all that exciting. You know. I totally understand like the hype though, man. Of even just watching others kind of re-experience that hype, or you know, that just something they once loved and everything. Coming back to it can be awesome, man. But I know I haven't watched anything yet. I'm gonna try to avoid it as much as possible, kind of. Like, I'm gonna watch some videos about it here and there, but and I have watched videos about it here and there, but I'm also like I don't want to just immediately kind of burn out from it type of thing, you know? Like a buddy of mine hit me up today and he was like, yo, dude, you getting ready for Classic? You want to check out this private server, just get a feel for things a little bit? I'm like, no, man, no, I don't. I did, you know, I actually did that on like the live version of the game for a tiny bit. Like, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours total last week or something like that, and that's kind of all I needed. I'm good until the actual release. When it actually releases, oh, it's go time. Casually, at least. Still gonna do it casually, which is why I don't want to like burn out on it now. You know, I'm only gonna play one character probably. It's gonna be a priest, and I just want that experience to kind of last for a while. But alright, anywho. It's boring as poop early game. Well, it's fun to play. I actually really enjoy playing it, but I don't know if I enjoy watching the early game so much. Which will prefer Electra guaranteed crits or have any more chance to avoid guaranteed crits if he has a debuff? Well, it's not the debuffs that trigger. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because you reduce ability accuracy. Oh, I don't know. How does that work? I actually don't know. Let's just go dump some regular quest energy real quick. Let's go through this quest on... Oh, was the new one out? For Heroic here? Okay, cool. We'll get another crystal. I got an email from Sony today. They released a trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Take my money. Oh, I saw the trailer. Lori, it looks good. It looks good. I was just saying this the other night, actually. All of my favorite games growing up are getting remade. It's insane. First, Warcraft 3 was announced. Well, between like Warcraft 3 and World of Warcraft, like both of them, those are two of my favorite games. They're both getting remade. Final Fantasy VII is getting remade. I feel like there was one more, but I can't remember. Either way. Jesus is a girl. Sent it over $2 saying free bucks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Jesus is a girl. Thank you so much for using your free bucks on me. Oh my god! I just realized we are behind on the slap. What the hell? I put the name in there and everything. I just never actually... Oh my god, my voice is so messed up. Slap. Sorry about the lack of slap. And we need to add Jesus as a girl up there as well. Alright. There we go. There we go, there we go. StarCraft got a remaster too. Yeah, I'm not really into StarCraft. But it did. It did. From what I heard, Electra can't touch Maul once her guaranteed crits come into play. That's what I heard too, but what if... Is that even if Maul has a debuff dupes? That's pretty interesting. Funny story with me in Final Fantasy VII game BG. I thought the wrong person was killed for 20 years plus. Wait, the wrong person as in Aerith or Aerith or whatever? Let's call it Aerith. Is that what you're talking about? Articast with that sad face. That face cracks me up for some reason, man. What's up, BG? What's up, Hector? Do you consider by an endgame player? Wait, what? Is that me? Do you consider me an endgame player? Just wondering. Also, happy birthday. Show me that 3-star Spidey cutoff. Wow. This new emoji is really a mood. Yeah. Hector. Yeah. What do you mean? Do I consider you an endgame player? Yeah. I consider anyone who I don't even know where the line is at endgame player, but yeah, of course. I'd say anyone who's cleared Act 5 100% is definitely an endgame player. Who just has like access to Act 6, has done anything in Act 6, or can clear Act 6 even if they have chosen not to. But it might the line might be further back than that, you know. Line might be like people getting into Act 5. I don't know. BG today became uncollected. Really happy. Only 2 team revives used. Nice. Congrats on your shiny new title and benefits. With Acts 6.2 forum today, they say 5 stars and 6-star shards are more available and want to keep the game moving forward, but they've not said anything about updating event rewards. Yeah. Well, the event rewards, they're gonna be. I mean, they kind of go around updating all rewards. We know they're about to update rewards for Alliance War with this next season. They kind of just touch on all the rewards every once in a while. Never at the same time, though. I don't know if I want them to update like certain rewards. The more they update rewards, the more it pushes things, into like 7-star territory. Give us a different kind of rewards. I want different kind of rewards. That's what I would prefer. As in Rinoa, I thought she was the one who was killed. I don't know if I remember who that is in Final Fantasy VII. Rinoa. I don't know who that is. PG Thanos Boss Rush, 6 Thanos each with corresponding Infinity Stone powers. If you beat it on Variant, you get the title Titan Slayer and glows red, 100k gold, and a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal. What do you think? That sounds pretty cool. That's a cool idea. 6 different Thanoses? Yeah, that's a sick idea, actually. New emoji describes my mood today. Ah, Pixie Bell, I'm sorry. One of the game developers kind of said I wasn't an endgame player. Really? What do you mean, kind of? Where they just like didn't know exactly where you're at in the game and just did some like, just made a comment of like depending where you are or something like that, or did they actually say you're nope, you're not endgame? Because I feel like they wouldn't do that, but I'm curious. Maybe they would. Yeah, I must tell you good news. Super Dirty Pickle, what's up, man? Decided to buy the crystal today. Would have been happy with anything. You got Cosmic Awakening Gem number 2 after all this time, and Variant 1 done. The Red Queen is finally awake, dude. Congrats on your Awakened Medusa. Nice, man. Let me check and see what I need for catalysts here. Could use a tier 2. Let's see if we got any cores in this quest. Let's go through. I haven't done my daily check yet today. PG, how's your roster look like to be able to grind more than 15 mil per day in the featured arena? How many rank 4 and rank 5, etc.? To grind 15 mil a day? Ooh, we do have a core here. Alright, well, I guess I'm getting that. To get 15 million a day, what does one's roster look like? Basically like mine. 15 million a day. Maybe you know, I could grind more than that, a little bit more than that, but not a whole lot more than that. I could push it to like 20 million. So a little bit less than mine, but I don't have exact specific numbers for you. We should get straight up 10k 5-star shards from uncollected though. How many do we get now? I don't even know. Finally formed my first complete team of 565. Finally decided on Domino, running Suicides with Trinity, and Fury / Deadpool is just filthy. Cheers, dude. Nice, man. That sounds good. Sounds real good. Mike actually said that they're working on updating event quest rewards. Did he? Okay. Interesting. What time is in your country? It is 10:20 p.m. Or 22:20, depending on what kind of time system you go by. Said 6.2 Legends Run is for endgame players, and I said I didn't like the gates because it means I can't compete as well. Okay. Oh, I meant Tifa. Oh, mixing up my Final Fantasy games. Rip me. Okay. All right, Tifa. There we go. I'm familiar with that one. Got it. Dude, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, I don't know if I could handle a remake of that game, man. There's some emotional moments in that game. I played it when I was a little kid. You watch people die. No, I was just starting to learn about you. We shared moments. But about the Legends thing, man, I don't know how I feel about the Legends Run thing. I don't know what type of an effect it's going to have on things. I almost think it's... I almost think that thanks to them doing this, I have a better chance at qualifying for a top 100 time. I don't know. Just like requiring more planning to get through the paths and stuff like that. I feel like the more planning that's necessary, the higher my chances are of qualifying. Even if I don't have the champions to match some of these other guys. Like of course, you know, going toe-to-toe with somebody who their account has a bunch of rank 2 6-stars or something like that, or they have like all the best 6-stars compared to, you know, mine might not be the best and stuff like that. I feel like I might be able to do it. You want top 40 time though, and have fun with at least 24 team swaps during it. So dumb. Did you see my 5.4 run, dubes? I had a lot of team swaps in there. Word equals ventosity. Ooh, ventosity. Ventosity. Ventosity sounds like an energy drink put out by Starbucks. That's my guess. That's my actual guess. Might have never wanted a game more. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I do want to play it. I do want to play it. Oh, man, there's so many cool games coming out. I think I should update Heroic, and all the difficulties below that will help more new players gain better rewards and keep up with the more veteran players and clear more content. It's tough when it comes to newer players getting better rewards. You don't. It's a tough balance. Like, of course, you want them to get good rewards so that they can catch up eventually and everything. But it's a fine line to balance around, because if you give them too good of rewards, it's gonna propel them in the game. Like they're gonna hit a point where, like, I don't know. Let's say you give them a 5-star champion real early on or something like that. Well, not only does that make a lot of the lower star rewards just feel worthless, because why would you use those champions? You have a 5-star. And then it also, you're just going to overpower content, and the game's going to feel boring, and then you're not learning anything in that content, and you're quickly going to get to a place where you just get slapped around real quick because you haven't learned the basics with the lower star level champions. It's a tough balance there. real tough balance. I suppose what they could do is maybe give out more shards of like the lower-ish levels, like 3-star shards or something. Just so that players, or maybe like awakening gems, that might be good. Give them some awakening gems or something like that. I don't know. You just pulled my second straight 2015 3-4 gem for mutant. Why kabam? Ah, Matt, that's rough, dude. Sorry to hear that. More planning, higher restrictions equals more lazy people saying, nah, take it, dingus. Is your chance? Yeah, basically, man. That's how I feel. I'm curious about Domino with this setup, but trade Deadpool. Hold on. I really need to get this grinding into high gear here. I'm slacking too much already. Right. Curious about the setup with Domino, but trade Deadpool for Black Panther to get that important first crit. Heavy, medium, done. There's nothing in Master that can survive this. No Defender, perhaps. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, dude. I mean, if you're cruising through that fast, you might not really need to be shrugging off things like that. Like, you might not take enough damage. I don't know. It's hard to say. But if you can get that crit on there, it could be really good. I love when you go in Batman mode for planning for absolutely everything, and you make good teasing videos for these events. Oh, I would make a teasing video for the event, but that's for sure. What's up, everybody? What's up, Pete? When it's fully opened, 100% fantastic. Is that what it is? Where's the... Did we get the actual definition? Define it yet or sticking with energy drink? Well, yeah, I was going to stick with energy drink, because I have no idea what it actually means. What do you think 2.5 mil will get me in 4-star arena? What 2.5 will get you in the 4-star arena? Are we talking about the featured or the basic? If it's the basic, you'll probably get the champion. If it's the featured, I don't know. I want to say like the 11 to 30% or whatever the cutoff is there. That's what I would think. By the way, hold on. Dubes, did you say 24 team swaps during it? I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. 24 team swaps? It's possible. It's possible it might be even more than that. Let's go take a look at the page, though. So what you could do, if you're going for a Legends run, you could unlock all of these quests first with a single time through without thinking about any of the gates. And then you could knock out the mutants all at the same time without changing your team setup, technically. So I guess that would be like one swap. Basically one swap for each of the class types. So that's like 6 swaps in total. And then throw the 6 stars on the team. I feel like you can get it done in less, but you'd probably want to... I don't know, man. I hope you still have to like swap champions in for specific fights in there, and it's not just the gates and stuff. Darkside Saint sent it over $1 saying, BG, why does incineration from Sentinel Special 2 inflict through blocks sometimes? That's part of the analysis charges. If you're fully analyzed, or whatever it's called, I don't know what the word for it is. If you have a 100% 100 analysis charges, that will happen. It is part of his description. Thank you for the $1, dude. Thank you, thank you. What's the best team setup for Nick Fury potion farming? Not worried about survivability. I don't know what the best team is. I've never used him for potion farming. If anyone else has any info on that, I will sit in the chat. My dad walked into me watching on the TV. He only wants me to watch C. Oh man, that's pretty funny. And tried. Are you ready? Tried to change the damn channel. Wow. Well, that's fine. You don't like me. That's okay. Ventosity, noun. 1, flatulence or its cause. 2, pompous, inflated, conceit or boasting. Okay. Hold on. Flatulence or its cause? What does that mean, its cause? Like, the cause of the fart? Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Well, I could have guessed that, I guess. You're venting your butt or something. Excited for Legends Run. Gonna be a lot of playing with these gates, though. I think so. I think either way, I was gonna do a lot of planning. Tell me you have an investment in bald caps and therefore need to make sure to watch BG. There you go. Absolutely loves England. Once he heard Scene's accent, he was sold. Aha, okay. Well, everybody's sold. That sweet British accent. I get it. Say no more. DG, Symbiote Supreme or X23 for 565. Oh, I would definitely go Symbiote Supreme. X23 is cool and all, but not as cool as Symbiote Supreme. You're gonna need that cosmic, well, not cosmic. You're gonna need that Mystic rank up to handle the cosmic paths in Act 6. Then again, maybe you would need X23 too. I don't know. The answer is beans. PG or has seen the Master. The name of the cult is called The Cause. I was just watching it before the stream. Usually I like P.T. Anderson films, Boogie Nights, but this one not so much. Thoughts? Never even heard of it. Never heard of it. Hold on, I'm getting my ass kicked here. It sounds like a is it a scary movie? The Master. The name of the cult was The Cause. It sounds like either a scary movie or a creepy movie or a thriller. It's one of those. Yeah. Not into any of those types of movies, if that's the case. I've also only ever seen very few bits and pieces of Boogie Nights. Never really seen that movie either. I think we had HBO for like a very short time when I was growing up. Or maybe it was one of those, I think every once in a while there was like a free HBO night or something like that. I don't know. I think it was on there or something. Future rank 5, my 4-star Domino or Cap Infinity as my first. Rank 5, your 4-star Domino or Cap Infinity. Personally, I'd probably go Domino between the two, but they're both great champions. You can go either way. You'll find success with either of those fine champions. I am not doing much damage to this Void. You need to die, bud. Oh, you know... Oh, am I dead? I'm dead. You know what I gotta do? I gotta check AQ. Dude, oh my god. Quit being so passive. No! 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 I finally got some hits and I died. Son of a B-Manny, dude. I'm not gonna hit my 3 million now. Did you call Obsidian's animation feel a lot like playing Glad Hulk? Do they? You don't have them, do you? BG, thoughts on new gates? I wish there was a different system overall that they would go with. I don't know how much they... I don't know. I guess I like that they're able to do them on a path-by-path basis now for the gates, instead of like an entire quest at a time, where either they had global nodes that had... They were basically restrictions like in 5.3, or actual restrictions like in Variant 1. But I'm not a huge fan of the way they're going about it, in terms of like what they picked for the restrictions. It's weird, man. I think for some people the restrictions... Man, I don't... I gotta be careful with my words here, because I could very easily piss people off. But I almost wish there was 2 different difficulties for Act 6. And I'm not talking about like a heroic and master type of thing where you'd have to go through the quest twice. I'm just talking about, like, you know, maybe like a normal mode and a challenge mode. And the same rewards, whether you, no matter which difficulty you pick, but maybe you get like some type of cosmetic reward for like the challenge mode or something like that. I don't know, man. Because I feel like some people are not going to be phased at all by these restrictions. There's, you know, there's people that are very far along in this game that aren't going to be phased by them. But then there's a lot of other people that, you know, it's going to feel real bad when they try to walk down that path where they need 4 6-star champions. So I don't know. It's you can do you can get through. Oh, I was gonna fail either way. It seems. At least you can get through like a single clear without hitting any of the restrictions though. So. B. Daniel sent it over 5 saying Path 6-7 first time in Tier 1 and first time running Path in about 2 months. I'm nervous and excited. Any tips except don't die? Well, the whole scouter lens thing, if you want to be real cautious. I don't know if I have any tips off the top of my dome, B. Daniels. Any tips, any tips, any tips. Do you have any idea which champions you're going up against? I guess the big thing is just to practice. Practice, because you're on that path for the first time in months, read and reread the nodes. Read the nodes back out of the pre-fight screen, go in, read the nodes again. Like do that 2 or 3 times, just let it sink in your brain of what you're about to go up against. And that's kind of all the advice I have off the top of my head. If anyone else has advice, throw it in the chat. Dab and I'll donate. You can keep your money. It's all good. I've never dabbed once in my life. I don't plan to start now. B. Danos, thank you very much for the 5, by the way. I'm sorry I don't have any more advice for you, dude. Maybe I'm just not in an Alliance War mode because we've been so relaxed on Alliance War lately. Hey, what's up, Brian? I was asking you yesterday, but sadly you ended the stream. But what are you thinking Aegon will go for? Also, love for gear to be added. Aegon, I think... First off, I gotta keep playing. Why am I not playing, man? Just get in there. Play. Aegon, I don't know. It's tough to say. Aegon, I think he's pretty hyped up. But I don't think he's gonna like break records or anything like that. I would think he would go for a little bit under 3, maybe like 2.8. I want to say. I would definitely go higher though. He's a tough one to predict. He's a tough one to predict. I would definitely go well above 3. Or what you could do is wait to see what he goes for on round 1 if you know. If you're not too sure and just wait and something down 2 or something. But yeah, I would think that's about it. Ryan, last or not, it's whatever. I lied. I want you to read. All right, fine, Demiak. What do you got here, dude? What you got? Brian, I'm here. Bye, Brian. I'm going to bed now. Probably won't be in stream for a little bit due to needing to wake up early, and then next week is beach trip. I'll miss you. Love. Heart. All right, Demiak. Have a good beach trip, dude. I'm gonna be going away here myself in a couple of days, so we might not see each other for several days at a time. I'm gonna do some. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna do some day streams when I get back, though. So maybe we'll catch up then. Beaver, what's up, Lakers bodyguard? What's going on? Why is it so hard to find a guy for 6-7? We've been searching for one for ages. Because that path is brutal, dude. It is brutal. Some of the fights aren't that bad once you get the hang of it. But by not that bad, I mean not that bad as in you can get through without dying. But a lot of times you're still taking a lot of damage. Dude, I would use so many potions getting through those paths. Once I changed, it was like, holy crap. The amount of potions I've saved. Man. I'm gonna be so happy when they change the war map, and hopefully some of these paths, they're just not as crazy, you know. Shark said it over $5 saying, remember I before E except after C. What? If, also, I'm on the Lola hype train in case you were wondering. Hashtag happy birthday. Woohoo! What's up, Shark? The Lola hype train, eh? All aboard, dude. All aboard. But Shark, thank you very much for the 5, dude. I appreciate that. Lowercase s. Not on my watch. Get out of here. If she wasn't sleeping, I'd go get her. Maybe. But she's sleeping. They had some path restrictions in Act 4. It's not new to do it by path. Oh, come on. Like one champion to get through there. Mike muted. Get out of here with your trolls. Path you on now? Path 4 usually. Oh boy, where the dislikes at? No one asked him about the restrictions. We've been slowly talking about it, Cam. Why do you want people to dislike? I don't get it. Let's keep this grind going. Creating Master is so much harder these days. Lots of guys retiring and selling their high prestige accounts to inexperienced players. Such is the way of the world, it seems. Dragon said it over 5, saying $5 Big D. Wow. Is that the newest item on the menu at Subway? I'll take it. Dragon, thank you very much. Triple head at $5 D. Cammy said he likes it because it feels he has more of an advantage. That's not even what I said. I said I wish they would do something different with just the way they're rolling out this content in general. What I actually said is I wish there were 2 different modes, a normal mode and a challenge mode, and kind of want the... Wait, shouldn't I got parried there? Oh well, whatever. I kind of wish there was a normal mode and a challenge mode, and less restrictions in the normal mode, and cosmetic rewards in the challenge mode. I think I would like that a lot. I don't know how other people would feel about something like that, though. I'm gonna hit you with an L3, dude. I don't think it's a huge deal, the restrictions, though, to be totally honest. Nightcrawler on 18 has become a real problem again now that the easy trick doesn't work. And did he always evade when you hit into his block? He seems harder to switch than the other ways too. Yeah, he always did evade hitting into his block. I don't think that I don't think he should. I never liked that, but he does. He sure does. BG, what should I do? I just beat Maestro in Act 4, and I don't know what to do now. Act 5. No, I don't know. Have you 100% cleared Act 4? You've got some choices there. You could go and try to 100% clear Act 4 to get all the rewards there, or you can move on to Act 5. Try that out. Do you think 7-star champs will be introduced? If so, how long do you think? I mean, eventually, but hopefully a very long time from now. I don't really want to see 7 stars. I don't think anyone really wants to see 7-star champions. I think we need alternative ways to progress by the time we get to that point. Hopefully long before we get to that point. Which, yeah, I think it would take a very long time for us to get there. We're probably going to see the first rank 3 6-stars by the end of the year. And it's probably going to take, like, I don't know, a long time before we'd ever see anything more. Ryan's very narrow-minded in many ways. He doesn't mix his food. Well, that's kind of true. I don't mix my food, I guess. But I don't know what the narrow-minded thing is. BG, did you just say you will take a big D? Sure, why not? Most people take their real team plus 2 random champs, as in Domino, Massacre, Red Hulk, and 2 memes. Yeah, something like that. There's just not that many paths that you have to use the different champions on. You know, there's just not that it's not that large of a percentage of the quest that even has restrictions that are gonna have an impact on players. I feel like there's 7 paths in total. Like, I counted it out, and I think there's only 7 paths in total where I'm gonna feel the restrictions. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating it a little bit, but yeah. I know, you know, it's not just about me, it's about everybody and stuff like that, but what I'm trying to say is I think I'm going to use pretty much one champion like I always do, and then just throw some randoms in there. And I think other people are going to do the same for the majority of it, not all of it, of course. Miles Kelly sent it over Buck saying, BG, I'm about to take on 5.4.6 for the first time. My only decent 5-star to face Ultron is Awakened Void. Am I better off going with 4-star Nebs or Medusa or Void? Or try bad matchups, 5-star Domino or 6-star Korg? I think your 5-star Void would do fine. For that Ultron, I think your 5-star Void would do just fine. It's just tough to get things started because you have to avoid applying the debuffs at the wrong, like, you can't apply your debuffs at the wrong time. So it is a little bit RNG dependent, but Void would do just fine for that fight. Void is who I used for basically that same Ultron, but stepped up in a degree of difficulty for the first variant. Thank you for the buck. Yeah, I would definitely go with Void in that case. I wonder who's the second best there. I want to say Domino, maybe. I have the champions that you listed. Alright, let's keep this going, though. Gold for variant, cap for everything else, but X variant cap too. Oh, was somebody asking about those 2 champs, possibly? Did I miss it? There's not that many paths now, but you know what this is. 6.2, 6.3, and 6.4 is still coming, and they'll be worse. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I just wish it was something different entirely. My favorite restrictions that they ever put in the game were for Variant 1. I feel like you actually had to use different champions in Variant 1 because of the way the class restrictions were set up there. I just feel like you don't really have to use different champions for the most part in this quest, which I don't like. I want to use different champions. I want to use different champions. I just don't have any incentive to use different champions. Nuggles sent it over 6 of them Australian bucks saying, how many points do you recommend putting up in Arena to get the max amount of 5 and 4-star shards? Can be through the 5-star Arena, 4-star Arena. Hashtag 4, hold on, what? For the DAs, oh, for the D as well. Oh my god, I can't read. I was like, for the DA, what? Nuggles, thank you very much for the $6, dude. The wall comes crumbling down, along with my literacy. Okay, as for, hold on. Putting up an arena, get a max amount of 5 4-star shards. For the 5-star, for the 5-star arena, it usually goes for about 12.5. I recommend going a bit higher if you want to be safe on getting the 2K 5-star shards. For the 4-star featured, I think just getting the milestones is fine. If you just get the 4 million points, you're good. And for the 4-star basic, I think if you just go a tiny bit over the milestones, you'll get those there as well. So yeah. And whoa, did all 3 of you just donate another buck? to make this a $6 wall? Holy crap, you guys did. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Hope that answers your arena question, though. Thank you very much for the 6. Everybody. Nuggles, Shark, B. Danny, or Dragon, and then B. Daniels. Thanks, guys. Very kind of you. Alright. Grind on. Oh! Nuggles just sent over another 150. Well. The dragon to send over 2. I was about to wipe her name off the wall. Alright. You guys are not making this an easy grind for me. Oh, did B. Daniels just send over $14? Well, alright then. There we go. B. Daniels, dude, thank you so much for the 20. Shark sent over another buck as well. Thank you, dude, even though, yeah, I think the wall is now actually set here. But thank you, guys. Thank you. ABG, what arenas do you hit? Do you hit all the arenas for milestones? My typical grind is something like this. 3 million points in the 5-star arena. Well, yeah, like all the milestones in the both 4-star arenas. I typically try to get the 4-star feature champion, but I don't always. And I do get the new, or the basic champions when I need them. Occasionally I will grind beyond that and go for as many milestones as I can. And sometimes I will go for like new 5-star champions too and stuff. But what the heck is going on here? Nuggles sent over 1650 saying it's on. Lorenzo Harris sending over a buck. I'm guessing that one is a read last buck, which I'll get to in just a moment. And Shark sending over $20 more. Well, okay. I think that puts... I think Shark is in the lead with... I think it's 27. I think you were at 7 before that. I think that's what it is. Man. Thank you, guys. 'Cause I don't... Yeah, I think Nuggles was at... That 750 before, right? Yeah. So that put Nuggles up to... Not enough. 2024, I think, yeah. Okay. Lorenzo Harris sent it over a buck. Where... Oh, you just said hi. Oh, well, dude, thank you very much for the buck. Hello. Welcome. Or was there anything previous? Let me just double check. Oh, your last one was just Cyclops is here. All right. Well, thank you, dude. Appreciate that. And Carl sent it over 5. And my favorite stream ever was when we covered the whole screen with donation names. How much total was donated that night? Do you remember? Oh, dude, I don't remember exactly. It was a lot, though, man. That was on Laura's birthday too, man. A ridiculous amount of money. I don't know. It was several $100s, but I don't know exactly how much it was. But dude, Carl, thank you very much for the 5. That was a crazy time, man, for sure. Most money goes towards the electronic drums I always see in the background of his videos. I wish, man, those drums are essentially gone. I don't even really have them anymore. Well, I kind of still do have them, but I need to sell them. Still so sad about it. Basically, when I get back from this wedding that I'm going to this weekend, that's when I gotta do that. ABG took your advice about using my units towards unlocking Suicide since I didn't have close to 12k units for Cavalier Bundle. I've been missing out so much to help my arena grind. Damage equals crazy? Yeah, dude. For real. The difference, it just feels so much better, right? Feels so much better. Lorenzo sent it over another $2. Lorenzo Harris sent 2 saying, nope, just high Cyclops game. Oh. Was I using Cyclops or fighting Cyclops? Is that what you're talking about? Aha. But dude, thank you very much for another 2. Thank you. BG, what'll the cutoff be for Aegon? I don't know exactly. I just answered someone else who was asking the same thing, and I want to guess around 2.8. But it's a tough call. Definitely go higher. Yeah, definitely go higher. What in the? Be Daniel sending over another 7, and Dragon sending over 20, saying, Be Daniel saying hashtag rebuild, and Dragon saying bribery for you cuddling Lola picture next time she is awake. Hashtag world needs more Lola. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna have to take care of that. Holy crap. I will fix this wall in just a moment to whatever it needs to be. Is that all 3 of you at 27? Oh man, I'm lost. I'll check it out in just a sec. Wait, Shark, did I not read your super chat? I am inevitable. I didn't read it. Oh my god, dude. I got so caught up in trying to fix everything, I never read it. I am inevitable. Dude. Should be all 3 of us at 27. Okay. Alright. Let me update that right now. Wow. Triple-headed $27 D. You don't see that every day. And then Yuki coming through with 24 of them Polish bucks too. I'll read that in just a sec. Saying Brian was I don't know what that is. Yeah, you figure out what that means. Need to go back to work. Have a good one, buddy. Dude, I don't even know where to start. I have no idea how to read that at all. I'm guessing, here's my guess on what it means. Brian, your bald cap looks extra shiny. Did you apply a fresh coat of wax? I bet you did. I think that's what it means. I think that's what it means. Pretty sure. But thank you very much, Yuki. What? Did Nuggles just send over another 7 saying, do I win yet? I think so. Well, damn. What does that put you up to? I think I said 24 before, right? When I broke down the math. I think that's 31. 31. I hope you know what you're doing to these people, Knuckles. You're really pissing these 3 off, I'm sure. Thank you very much for the now $31 though, dude. You're starting a war. Pineapple? Am I good? Is it back? Okay, I see pineapple. I don't know why I went down. That was on me. OBS just crashed for a second there. But Shark sent over another 10 saying 4 up last super chat, but Lola treats hashtag Highlander hashtag you dinguses. Oh wait, was that okay? Was that what you were trying to say? Was that 3 up thing? Okay, all right. 4 up. Let me find it, dude. That's 37. Wow, dude. Thank you very much. Let me find you. Divine Change Intervention? Is that the one? Or was it this one? Nuggles, you pissant. Wow, dude. Was that the message? Or is it this one? Are you people really going to take advice from Nerf Void guy? Those are all the ones that I could find that I haven't read yet. Well, dude, thank you very much. How dare you talk to Knuckles that way, though? It's very rude of you. Yuki sending over 3 of them Polish bucks. Where's your last one at, Yuki? It's Polish for happy birthday. Okay. Figures. Freaking figures. B. Daniels sending over 23 saying, where's Glory Man when you need him? Let's get this party started. B. Daniels. Holy crap, dude. What is going on tonight? Well, dude, thank you very much. That's 50. Dude. B. Daniels. Thank you, man. We need to stop the fighting. This is it right here. Thank you very much, dude. All right, let's get back to this grind too, man. I don't know why I'm just so unfocused when it comes to the grind tonight. Yeah. Throw money at BG like a stripper. It appears to be that way. Fitz. Appears to be that way. So it's $1 and then it's escalation time. Seems so. Is my account ready for Realm of Legends? I'm not gonna look up your account, but here's what I would recommend. Just get in there. Give it a shot. It doesn't take much energy to get to that first fight. It takes 1. See how you do. Practice up a little bit. If it feels like you're not ready, then hey. No worries. Back out, do something else. Realm of Legends is just as much about your own fighting abilities as it is your account as well. So your account may be ready, but sometimes you may not be ready. And I hope that didn't come across as insulting, because it might have sounded that way, but I definitely didn't mean it that way. BG will be doing a testing video for Venom the Duck. Just got 4 and 5 star and don't know how to play him. I won't be doing like a testing stream for him, no, but I do have plans to make a very detailed guide for the champion. Man, I've been feeling like I'm gonna sneeze the entire night. I'm just ready to hit this mute button on my microphone, and every time it's like, no sneeze. Someone focused picks up dollar bills from the floor as we speak. Brian, probably. Wow. I might have lost the D war, but I still want that cuddling Lola picture. All right, will do. Oh, it might be. I should be able to do that tomorrow, I think. There's a chance that it might be delayed because Lola is not coming with us this time. We normally take her with us. She's flown with us a few times and everything now. But Laura's friend is actually going to watch her this time, and I think she's getting dropped off there tomorrow. So, Shark sending over 13 more, saying you're starting to piss me off. That puts you up to 50 as well, right? I think? Okay, yeah. All right, there we go. Let's leave it there at the $50 mark. Dude, Shark, thank you very much. Double-headed $50 D. I gotta make sure you have enough money to buy me a beer. Also, I can't ready for Act 1. Wow. You look now, damn you. Really want me to look up your account? I'll look up your account. You're not gonna like this answer, though. Wait, is it the same thing? Oh, never mind. Is it the same as, Is it B. Daniels? I think it's this, right? No. Not ready. Come back when you got some real champions. May have come second, third place in the D War, but at least you could buy the cake for your birthday tomorrow. Wow. Poor Spooky? I know, poor Spooky. Well, I mean, kind of poor Spooky, but also not really. She's fine. She's well taken care of. I'm sure she's used to her new home at this point. And all that. It is a good idea to put on Suicides for Act 6. I'm now ready to beat that poop. When it comes to Act 6, or just your like Suicides in general, you want to, what's it called? You want to, you want to use Suicides or Masteries just in general based on the champions that you have. This is a really poor way of saying it. But what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't really matter where you are in the game. You don't pick your masteries based on act or whatever, anything like that. It's just the champions that you have. So I used Suicides because I used Omega Red. Oh, we got a core. Oh, double core here? Oh my god, dude. The unit savings, even though I already have enough science cores to unlock the full thing. But I have to get that. Alright, let me check the other quests to see if there's cores there. So yeah, it just depends on the champions. If you use Ghost, if that's your main clear, or Corvus, Suicides, yep. Oh my god, really? There's another core there too? Get the hell out of here. Why are there so many cores? That's seriously 4 mastery cores in one day here, and I don't really need them anymore, but I feel like I have to keep collecting them. You almost lowercase my name. Watch yourself. Hey, it's only because I copy and paste. What's up, Lags2? Did I already say hi to you? I saw your name in the chat before, but I think I was answering another question. But how you doing, dude? When might we see the Venom the Duck video? I ranked for him the other night with the Cosmic Gem when I asked you the other night. It's gonna be a while. I need to rank up Venom the Duck first, and then I want to make it like a really solid guy that everyone can like anytime they have a question about Venom the Duck, boom, there's the answer. That video. I want it to be one of my best videos. Cloud of Contempt sent it over 5 saying, ABG, you know what this message means? Means you got gas? No, I'm just kidding. Dude, congrats. Congrats, man. Finished that last path. Congrats, dude. I'm happy for you, man. Finishing it up. Came back. Just like, what the heck? What is going on tonight? Did Darkside Saint just send over $75? Saying, BG, have a nice ribeye steak on me. I feel like I can get many nice ribeye steaks on you with that donation. Dude. You sent over a couple bucks earlier too, right? So this is like more than 75 bucks. Was there... Actually, I think it was just one if I'm not mistaken. So 76 bucks. Holy crap! Just when I thought nothing was going to top two $50 Ds, Darkside Saint comes over and says, get the most expensive ribeye in the world. Actually, I'm sure there's more expensive. But those things, they should not be purchased if there's more expensive than this. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you very much. That's 76 bucks? Alright. So I was not mistaken there. Thank you. It wasn't nearly as bad as I anticipated. Quaked Electro and like 3/4 of Korg first try. Finish him off with Void and it was smooth sailing from there. Oh, dude. Oh, that's the quest you were talking about? Dude, for some reason... Oh, I'm an idiot. For some reason, I was thinking... You were talking about Chapter 2. Wait, there's Electro and Korg in Chapter 2 as well, right? It's in both of them, I think. I'll go back and grab those cores later when I got some energy. But now I'm curious. I didn't know you were talking about that quest. Oh, I like how the variants are together now too. I was confused for a second there. Oh, of course I can't get in here. All right, well, whatever. I'm not changing my team. Too lazy to do that. Oh, AQ. I gotta check an AQ. But okay, well, dude, congrats. Congrats on finishing. All right, this fight is not opened yet. We need that path cleared. Oof. Okay. Does anyone know Legend Run results will be out? Like approximate date? Usually it's about a week after the monthly event quest is done. Or not even a week, like a couple of days afterwards. So how many days we got left on it? We got about 3 weeks left. You'll find out in like 23 days or something like that, I think. So you still got some time. This is a long month, too. I wonder if they'll have the results slightly earlier, just because it is a long month. We'll have to see. Did you do a battle chip opening? I'm not going to do a big one. I'll do a tiny one at the end of the stream, but that's it. First time catching your stream. Just wanted to say thanks for your videos. I've learned a lot. Dude, thank you for the kind words. Welcome. Maybe he's talking about the 6.1. For Korg and Electro, are you talking about? No, it was definitely variant. We were talking about it yesterday, but I had it in my head that it was a different path. BG, who is more useful for 6.1, Dark Spidey or Red Hulk? Keeping in mind the synergies with Blade and She-Hulk as I have them both rank 4. More useful for 6.1. I don't know if one is more useful than the other. I know in 6.1.1, I think it's tough to build up poise charges, so there maybe I would go with Red Hulk. They're both probably pretty similar in terms of usefulness. Just kind of a personal preference thing. Last piece, okay. What's the last one? Y'all are dirty posteriors. Wow. Do I rank up my 5-star Hype or my X23? I'd recommend Hyperion, but it's kind of up to you. Dollar Tree sells steaks. Do they, Euthanitis? I think it's 76 steaks then. So my Alliance Smash is barely ahead of 4 Loki for now in War. How's the season going for you guys? Must have had quite a few losses. We are 5-1. I think we're 3-3. Something like that. With the losses being partial clears. 3 full clears and wins, and 3 partial clears and losses. You know what? I need to get out of this arena, I think. Oh, man. I did not do a good job of getting these milestones this round. I did not do a good job at all. So I did my first clear of Micro Realm Variant and pulled a 5-star Magic. Ooh, Justin. Nice. Congrats. Finally awakened her. I have had her for around 3 years. She was one of my first 5 stars. Oh, dude, even better. That's already the awakening? Nice. And back when she sucked? Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, man. I remember when Magic was first in the Crystal. That was one of the least desired champions in that Crystal. And look at her now. Should I do Mystic today for my 4-star unduped Sim Supreme? Like to get the catalyst you're talking about? Yeah, if you need the catalyst, then definitely. What's a cooldown on 5-star for Arena? They have about a 7-hour cooldown. A little bit less if you can get people to hit the help on them. ABG last week, I finally understood Infinite Streak, and I'm going for the Champ 2.2 million in 100 rounds. Nice. Very nice. You may already have enough points depending on how high he goes, but I would definitely recommend to keep going. You Do not want to miss. Put up whatever you can. My 2.3 guess up there is just that. It is a guess. That's what he went for last round, but it's always possible. It could go up. You owe these lovely boys a date, PG? Well, boys and girls. It'd be a weird date. But we could do it at Comic-Con. Along with the rest of the community, though. It'd be an all-inclusive. Or all-inclusive. That sounds like we're going to Mexico. Not that. We're not doing that. Beginner arena is unfair for y'all, I feel like. You mean too easy in the beginner bracket you're talking about? The beginner... Or do you mean the arena that I was just in? All expenses included. Something like that. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say, like, we're all gonna be together on the date or something like that. And instead I just said all inclusive. Why have you maxed all of your 2 stars? For fun. No, there's a few actual reasons outside of just for fun. One reason is sometimes I do the 2-star arena. Another is they're good to level up during the level up events. They can help you get some of the milestone rewards. And then part of it is just for fun. I like to rank up all my champs. All expense paid resorts are joyous. I've never been to one of those, but I can imagine they're pretty good. When you have all your drinks paid for, you don't have to worry about anything, all of your food's paid for and everything, right? Of course, you still have to pay for it up front and everything, but it's just got to feel relaxing, not having to worry about money for however long you're there. I got 500,000. I got champion last week. Okay. Nice. Started a new account a week and a half ago. Beginner's bracket is the best. Yeah, when you know what you're doing, the beginner's bracket is great. It's really tough when you're a new player, though. Like, when I first started this game, I tried to take advantage of the beginner's bracket, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get any of the champions. The system is set up a little bit differently now, where there's multiple arenas, and I want to say maybe it's not as hard these days, but then again, you still got to deal with like bots and stuff like that, and yeah, all that nonsense that hopefully Kabam bans all those people. But yeah, I couldn't get any champion when I was in the beginner's bracket, or intermediate bracket for that matter. Well, I got the 3-star champions, but like no 4-star champion. I'll take a day with BG. Love a man with a shaved head. All right. Here's the problem, though. If we went on, if we went on a date, Laura would shank everybody. How dare you? How dare you go out for a nice steak dinner with someone else? Lance Bombers sent it over too, saying, "Hey BG, who are your top 3 stand-up comedians?" I feel like I'm about to piss people off right now, Lance. Thank you for the 2. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, alright? Please don't kill me here for the honesty. I'm not too big on stand-up comedy. I think there's a lot of funny people that do stand-up, and I don't know, man. I'm just not huge on like stand-up itself, but I could listen to those people talk and be really entertained. But if they're doing like a podcast or something like that, Kill him. So I still have some names for you, but I actually don't really like stand-up so much. I went to see some live stand-up a couple of times. Yeah, it's just okay. Like, I'd much rather watch these people. I'd much rather watch these people in movies, or like I said, even like podcasts. Sometimes just the conversations they have are hilarious. But stand-up is a little weird to me. And is there a new member? Yuri hitting that new member button. Yuri, thank you very much. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana along with all of these fantastic emojis. The pineapple face. There's a couple of banana faces these days. Couple of Gunthers. Flarpa. Spooky. Spooky? I was trying to say Lola and Spooky at the same time. My brain is just fried tonight, guys. It is all the way fried. But thank you very much for hitting that member button, the join button. Okay, back to the favorite stand-ups, though. Ooh, it's a tough one. It's tough. I think Bill Burr is hilarious. There's clips of Bill Burr on like Conan O'Brien show or something like that on YouTube. Hilarious. I feel like he's probably number one. What's his name? Dave Chappelle. I feel like has to be up there as well in the top 3. Lance sent over another 2 saying Bill Burr, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle easy. Oh, dude. Well, 2 out of 3 is the same. 2 out of 3 is the same. Chris Rock could be funny, but I don't know. I wouldn't put him up there as like the top one for me personally. Ooh, Shark saying George Carlin, dude. If we're counting stand-up comedians that are no longer alive, yeah, I would say George Carlin. That dude was ahead of his time, man, in a lot of ways, I feel. Yeah, I would actually say George Carlin. That'd be my third one. It'd be, in no particular order, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, and George Carlin. Robin Williams, Bernie Mac, George Carlin. Okay. Yeah, I could see it. Robin Williams and Bernie Mac, pretty good. I actually really like Bernie Mac in he's part of the Ocean's 11 movies and stuff like that. I thought he had some pretty funny moments in there. It's not my first time membership, I recall. Really? It's not my first time membership, I recall. I'm looking at your banana. And it says new member. Well, I'm sorry. Was it on a different account or something like that? Either way, thank you very much. Welcome back, then. If it's not a welcome, it's a welcome back. Thank you. Okay, hold on. What's weird about stand-up? You pay a person to stand on a stage and make fun of people's things in front of a crowd. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a little weird to me. It feels, I don't know. It almost feels feels a little unnatural. Everything in life is unnatural, I guess. But there's so many things that are just a little. I don't know, man. I'm a weird person. What can I say? I don't know how to explain it. Quit looking at the guy's banana BG. Yeah, my bad. My bad. I really like. I don't know. Like, you can name a lot of stand-ups, and I wouldn't enjoy their stand-up show nearly as much as just it just like, I don't know. Like, the personalities are funny to me, just in like a more natural setting, or seeing them in movies and stuff like that, or TV shows, sketches, you know, whatever. Daniel Tosh in Vegas last weekend was hilarious. Okay. I've never... I never really watched his show. I know there was like a Tosh 2.0 thing or something like that, right? I think that's what it was. Like the... Which is like ripping on internet clips type of show. Mitch Hedberg. Oh, Mitch Hedberg's pretty funny too. And I guess that would be... You know, as far as stand-up goes, I don't know if I've ever seen Mitch in anything else. Wait, who was the guy? Who was the guy? Speaking of Dave Chappelle, who was the guy on the couch in Half Baked? That wasn't Mitch, was it? I always wanted to know who that was. I don't know if I ever looked it up. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. It's probably someone entirely different. I can't find it. I can't find it. Never watched a Bob Saget stand-up, but I've heard his bits are really raunchy. Oh, I've heard that about him too. Or maybe if I just Google it. I'm on IMDb right now. Who played the guy on the couch in Half Baked? Oh, Stephen Wright. Who I don't know if I know who that is, really. Stephen Wright. Maybe I've seen him in other things, but don't really recognize him. All right, anyway. Oh, and I didn't realize someone put in the chat here. The guy on the couch is Stephen Wright, one of the best comics of all time. Okay. Whoops, my bad. Didn't see the comment until after I found it, too. I gotta admit, Jerry Seinfeld is one of my favorites too. I've definitely never seen his stand-up outside of like the little intro to the TV show Seinfeld. He's a funny dude, but again, I don't know if I would enjoy his stand-up. It's just something about stand-up. I don't know. There's a lot of funny people in this world. I think stand-up's probably really tough. If I had to guess, man, you're up there all by yourself. If you're bombing, you just... What do you do, man? You just keep going. like, what do you do? What do you do in that situation? You have nobody to turn to. Oh, I saw somebody say Brian Regan also. He was actually one of my favorites growing up, and I did see him live once, which was pretty funny. But for some reason, like I saw his stand-up special on Comedy Central, and it was funnier on TV than it was live. You ever watch any roast BG? They're great. I've seen a couple, not many. I saw, dude, I can't even remember them. They were so long ago. I want to say like the last one I saw was for like Hugh Hefner or something like that, which I don't even know what year that was. Best champion in the game? There really is no single best champion in the game. It's all about finding the right champion for the job. If there was one that can maybe claim that title, I would say maybe Ghost in the right hands, but she could be difficult to use. Joey Diaz is crazy funny as hell. That dude is crazy, man. I've seen some stuff with him too. That dude's nuts. BG, have you seen Mr. Bean? I've never actually seen a Mr. Bean. It was like a show and movie, right? I've never actually seen it. I've seen, well, hold on. I've seen, there was a movie where, let me find the title real quick. Mr. Bean. Oh, I think this is it. Johnny English. I think I watched this one time. That has Mr. Bean in it. But Mr. Bean, that was also like just the name of a show or a movie, right? Or is that just the guy's name? British sitcom. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it. That guy, I also saw like a pretty funny clip of that dude in, it was like some, I think it was a drumming thing or something like that. It's like one of the first YouTube clips I ever saw. It was like 10 years ago or something. Do you give your thoughts on the 6.2 gates? Kind of. A little bit. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it. I think Kabam could do something a little bit better that would maybe make the entire player base happier. But it's hard to say what I would want them to do. The best thing I can come up with is to have two different difficulties, a normal mode and a challenge mode, and maybe remove some of the restrictions for the normal mode and keep them for the challenge mode. Not two different difficulties as in like the monthly event quest where we get multiple difficulties, but instead just, you know, if you're able to take on the additional challenge as a bonus for the same exact paths that you've already done, you get like a cosmetic reward or something like that. I don't know. I don't necessarily mind the gates for where I'm at and other, you know, it's so few paths of the actual quest that have steep restrictions on them that it'll be interesting to see how it actually affects people. But ideally there would be something else there in place. I just don't know for sure exactly what it would be. ABG, do you like Kevin Hart? I feel he's overrated now. I think he's pretty funny. I haven't really seen a ton of stuff with Kevin Hart in it. I've definitely seen him in a couple of movies, but I honestly can't even remember the name of the movies. And I don't even know if I saw like the full movies or something. He did a movie with like not Chris. I was about to call The Rock Chris Rock. I think he did a movie with The Rock, right? I think I saw part of that. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's kind of funny. I feel like. Oh no, never mind. I don't want to say that because I haven't seen enough of his stuff to know. I was gonna say like, screw it. I'll say it anyway. I was gonna say where like he might be the type of comedian that maybe I would get tired of if I saw a lot of his stuff. You ever feel that way just about certain people where you're like, ah, this dude's funny, but in small doses type of thing? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm missing out. Who knows? Did you watch my video? I tweeted it yesterday. What'd you think? My Twitter handle is Cosmic Cooper. Oh man, I never went back and watched it. I will try my best to remember to watch it after stream today. I remember you telling me the Twitter handle and everything like that and going to find it, but I totally forgot about it. It's kind of hard for me to remember things that are not in like the immediate new Twitter feed for me. I just space out, but I'll try my best to go back to it. That Rowan Atkinson special is freaking amazing. Changed my life when I was a kid. I memorized every sketch. I performed the fatal beating sketch and the devil welcomes you to hell sketch from my school. I don't know what those are, but they sound pretty intense. I think difficulty should be a natural gate rather than a physical gate. I bet there are people out there that can get a 4-star ghost to do more than I ever could in my whole roster. See, it's tough because I feel like those people that have the ability to do that with their 4 stars can probably also use a less than ideal 6-star champion, and even if, you know, even if like I don't know. Here's what I want. Here's what I really want out of the game. I want the game to require me to use different champions. I get tired of using the same champions over and over and over. Most of the reasons why I'm going for new champions is just to play something different. I love this game, but I never want to get to the point where I'm just like just using the same champion for absolutely everything, and it gets close sometimes. You know, like right now I'm using Omega Red like crazy, and it seems to come in like waves where, you know, at one point I was using Gwenpool like crazy, another is using Medusa like crazy, now Omega Red like crazy. I would rather things be more spaced out where I was using a variety of champions, but it's tough to set the game up in that way. I don't know what the best way to approach it is for something like that, but that's really what I want. I don't really want to use like if I had to pick between using a variety of champions or using like lower star level champions just because, hey, they're the good champions and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, you could skill your way through with certain 4 stars, but it's tough to say if that's actually a better way for the game to be. I would still like to see a way that you could bring your 4 stars in, but still have some type of restrictions so that, yeah, you're not just using a 4-star ghost for literally everything. I don't think that's healthy for the game. Jumanji? Was that the movie with Kevin Hart and The Rock? Really? I didn't see that movie at all. I know The Rock was in it. I didn't know Kevin Hart was in that movie. I feel like it was something else I saw. Were they cops or something like that, maybe? Maybe I'm thinking of a different... Maybe it was a different person than Kevin Hart. I know The Rock has been like either a cop or like a secret agent in like a few different movies. Jumanji 2, it was hilarious and quite wonderful. I might have to check that out. The first Jumanji freaked me out, man. The first Jumanji, when I was like, you know, hold on, let me see what year the first Jumanji came out, because this movie's pretty hardcore, man. Oh, I see here now. Yeah, who is this in the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle? That's the name of the new one. 1995, the original Jumanji, by the way. So this one has The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan. Those are like the first 4 people. Okay. The first Jumanji movie came out in 1995. So at the time, I was 8 years old. And, dude, freaky as hell. Freaky as hell for an 8-year-old. Robin Williams is great, dude. Robin Williams is always great. Robin Williams is always great. Jack Black deserved a mother freaking Oscar for that performance. Oh, man, I have to check it out now. You did not forget who he was for a single second. Okay, interesting. Interesting. BG, The Rock and Kevin Hart movie you're thinking of is Central Intelligence. Is that what it is? I'll look this up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely it. You're right. Because I'm not going to click on the video, but I kind of remember this scene here. Where I think what it was, he was in like a like The Rock was in like a fat suit because it was him as a kid or something in some embarrassing moment. He's like naked in like gym class or something like that. I don't know. I only saw part of the movie. I think it was one of those movies where it was like I put it on when I was really tired and just passed out almost immediately. Not that it was, you know, anything to do with the movie itself. It's not like it was boring me or anything like that. I was just tired, you know. Movie we're talking about is Ride Along. I think no. I think it was the other one. Well, let me see what Ride Along is. Let me see if maybe I've seen that one too. Ride Along? No. Looks like this has Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Maybe it has The Rock in there too. Let me see. I don't see it. Don't see him. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one. If you have the time, BG, look up Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, Fatal Beating Sketch. I freaking love it. Okay, I'll check it out. One of my good friends growing up, he was all about Mr. Bean. Karen Gillan is Nebula. Oh, interesting. Okay. No wonder that name sounded familiar. I was like, who is that? I don't know who that is, but yeah, there we go. What movie hasn't The Rock been in? That's a good question, man. I don't know. I like The Rock. The Rock is awesome, man. I mean, how do you not like The Rock? BG, remember a few seconds ago when you read the name Karen Gillan? That's Nebula, dude. Yeah. A bunch of you guys are telling me that, it seems. BG, what do you think of gates that force you to use only one class and every opponent in the path has an advantage over that class? I don't know. I don't mind if the... I don't mind paths that would require you to use only a single class type of champions. The opponents are having the class advantage in your case, you're saying, though, right? I mean, I wouldn't mind if they mixed it up. Sometimes you have the advantage, sometimes you don't, sometimes it's a mix. In Act 6.2, if you guys aren't aware, it seems like the paths where you do have a lot of requirements, the class type requirements, you have class advantage every single time, which I think is going to be pretty fun. Like, I was kind of dreading it at first, like, ugh, dude, my Mystic Champions, I just don't like playing Mystic Champions, and now I'm going to have to use Mystic Champions. But if I'm going to be using my Mystic Champions against all Cosmic Champions, that could be pretty interesting, man. Could be pretty interesting. Could be pretty fun. But yeah, I actually wouldn't mind if they had entire lanes of requirements. Okay, BG, bedtime, later peeps, and yeah, you suck, dark side, LOL, JK. Or am I? Wow. Alright, B Daniels, later, dude. BG, I'm new to your channel, but keep up the good work, man. Also, I just finished Act 4 100% of the way, and I'm curious as to know who I should give my generic 4-star Awakening Gem to. Does Venom need it? No, I would say don't give it to Venom. Venom's a great champion, but there's going to be other champions that need it more. I don't know who else you have. Is there any other considerations besides Venom? If he's the only one you're even thinking about giving it to right now, I would just hold on to it for a little bit. And maybe one of your next few 4-star crystals, someone will pop out that will be more deserving of that Awakening Gem. Because you can play Venom unawakened. Honestly, though, if you just really liked Venom, I wouldn't fault you for using it on him. Like, my advice is not to use it, but it's not the end of the world if you wanted to use it. He does get stronger, of course. I always remember Karen Gillan as Amy Pond. Amelia Pond? Is it Amy or is it Amelia? I'm not sure where that's from. So I think all of the gate restrictions should be based off your roster. So have 5 or more 5-star Cosmic Champions in your roster, for example. So you mean you wouldn't have to use them in the quest? I don't know if that makes much sense. What would that actually change in game? Because if that was a restriction, oh, my units are exactly 9,000. If that was a restriction in, okay, let's say you go into Act 6, and the restriction is have 15 5-star Cosmic Champions in your roster. What does that actually change? Does that challenge you in some different way? Does that force you to change things up and use a different champion? I'm just not sure if that would actually have any impact on the game. Unless I'm misunderstanding. Or if you could explain why you think that would be a good addition. BG, you have to use Mystic Champs against Human Torch Lane. Hey, Voodoo hits with a stick, right? It's not energy damage. He could handle it. Yeah, the gated paths will make you have a class advantage, but what if to pass through the gate you need a class disadvantage champ? Well, you don't. But if they did that, it'd be kind of funny. What's going on, BG? Long time no see, bud. Orange Juice, what's up, dude? How you been? That's been a little while. Ball as well. Late to the stream, so I presume there's been a lot of talk about this already, but I'm sure the new restrictions in 6.2 is going to send a lot of guys into retirement. It's possible it might. For those people, I'd recommend waiting and seeing how the content is, because you could do so much of it before you ever face any of the serious restrictions. So, I feel like if people do retire, they'll be like, well, okay, I'm coming back. So, yeah, I don't know. We've talked about it a little bit. We've mostly been talking about comedians and movies, though, which is probably more interesting. So, yeah. Is role reversal node working? I haven't noticed at all. I don't know. I haven't fought a role reversal node in quite a while. It should be working, though. I haven't heard any bugged issues with it. IPG, what amount of 5-star champions are required to get into the Infinite Streak in the 5-star arena? Also, what rank? You don't necessarily need any 5-star champions, actually, to get into the Infinite Streak. You could do it all with max rank 4 stars if you wanted. It would just be a little bit more difficult. But yeah, once you get to round like 19 or 20, you're basically on the Infinite Streak, and you can use rank 2 5-star champions to safely continue the Infinite Streak, or throw a rank 3 5-star with 2 rank 1s, and that will also be safe for you. When it comes to the 4 stars that you could use once you're on the Infinite Streak, you want to stick with 4 40s or higher, or 1 rank 5 and 2 rank 3s will also work. And as for getting on the Infinite Streak, you really just want to use your highest level champions from about streak 10. 10 to 15 is the most difficult, but really like 10 to 20. I usually just stick with my highest ones. Sometimes you even have to space it out where it's like, you know, let's say you have 3 pairs of 455 champions or something like that. Or even, let's say 2. You have 2 pairs of 455 or higher champions. Sometimes what you might have to do is use those 2 champions to get to like a streak of 12, and then wait for them to come off cooldown, use those 2 again several hours later, and kind of repeat that process until you're up to like 20, and then use some of your lower ones. I had to do that for quite a while when I was initially getting my account in order. What's up, Heisenberg? Did I already say what's up to you? I saw you in the chat before, but I was busy answering some question. But what's up, dude? Yeah, I mean, maybe you could pair that with bring at least 1 champ of that class to the path, and I'd be fine, but don't make most of our questing party be filled up with champs we're not going to use. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think Kabam's system is perfect. That is for sure. But I don't know how I would feel about that idea either. Because if it's like, here's the thing. Like I said, I want to use different champions, and if I just bring in like 1 or even 2 champions just to get through some gate or something like that, I wouldn't use them. I would just continue to use my same champions, and it'd be the same game as always, and I feel like nothing would actually change. Which is why I still think the first variant was the best way to set things up. I want to see more things like that. It doesn't have to be on that scale of difficulty, too. I remember people were giving me crap because I said I preferred the setup of Variant 1 over Variant 2. Where Variant 2, it was like you needed XL champions, and Variant 1, it was set up based on class. It had nothing to do with the difficulty. You know, in Variant 2, I was just using the same champion the entire time. I just don't like that as much. You know, and I didn't really like the heavy attack thing. The difficulty was easier, and I feel like that's why a lot of people got into it more. That combined with some of the more fun nodes, which, you know, some of them were really cool. But, you know, it wasn't even a difficulty thing for me. It was just, you know, I kind of want a reason to use different champions. It could be a bonus thing. It could really be a bonus thing, and that's the best idea that I've come up with, which everyone else might hate. But have the restrictions be a bonus thing and get a cosmetic reward for following whatever strict restrictions Kabam puts out there, and this way you could choose to go for that bonus cosmetic reward or not, and not have to deal with the restrictions. I don't know. Last message and 2-up. It's about The Rock. Okay. I'm curious. What do we got here? Then bedtime. Okay. I should have control left it because I can't find it. Chris Rock, the Rock Kid Rock, they're all the same person? Wait, like Chris Rock, The Rock, and Kid Rock, you're saying they're all the same? I don't know about that, man. I think they look pretty different. For 3 people that have Rock in their name, I think they all look pretty different from one another. Who knows? Maybe they're related. Sometimes family looks different, you know. I think the restrictions are an interesting challenge, to be honest. You can still get completion without any restrictions. It gives a nice bonus challenge for exploration. Yeah, it's... I definitely agree to some extent. It's something that's interesting. It's really tough, man. It's actually really tough. Like trying to come up with a way to get people to play with different champions, you know? Cloud and Contempt sending over $1. Where is your last one, dude? Hold on. Alright. Wait, here we go. I only use Ghost as a reference because she's widely regarded as the best, but I think there are 6s that just straight up can't get the job done without resourcing your way through. There are certain 6s that, yeah, you're right. There are certain 6s that are so bad that it'd be kind of a nightmare to have to use them for a quest. Yeah. Hopefully as Kabam kind of, you know, goes and buffs some of these older champions, there's less of those. But yeah, like here's let's open up this page real quick about the gate stuff. So there are 24 paths out of 30 that have some type of restrictions. I feel like the entire Quest 1 and Quest 2, where it's just like a 2 champion restriction, I feel like that's really not going to force you to play different champions. Quest 3 and 4, it might. Quest 5 and 6, it probably will. And let's just look at like the 4 6-star thing. Let's just think about like the 4 6-star thing. So there's 2 paths out of the entire 60 of Chapter 2. Man. I think if you really want to get through it, you can use pretty much any 6-star champions, but it probably would cost a bunch of resources, so that probably wouldn't be fun. But if you had at least some decent ones, I'm not talking about like the all-star champions, but if you just had some decent ones, and you kind of reset these paths a couple times until you had a good start, you know, maybe you're a little bit more practiced with some of the champions that you're not used to playing that you have as 6 stars. I feel like they're not going to be that bad to get through. You know, compared to some of the other stuff that we've had to go through in this game. I just don't know. Like, who knows? Who knows how difficult this content is? It might be really difficult, man. It might be really, really difficult. I'm just getting the feeling like it's gonna be hard, but just because it's such a small part that you can kind of force your way through there, even with some less than ideal champions type of thing. Lance sending over another 5 saying, what hits harder, the wings of a butterfly or King Groot's L3? Well, dude, if you give that butterfly some ooze from the Ninja Turtles and the butterfly grows a little bit, he doesn't need... Actually, the butterfly doesn't need that. The butterfly doesn't need that at all. Yeah, it's the butterfly. Dude, thank you for the 5, though. Oh, that wasn't it? Oh, Cloud of Contempt. It was the Emma Awakening Gem question. Okay, alright, I'll find that in just a sec. So for the 4 Mystic Champs, has to be 5 stars, can't be 6? Yeah, correct. Has to be 5 stars for those quests. Has to be. Cloud of Contempt. Hold on, let me Control F at this time. Here we go. BGE, would you awaken 5-star Emma, pull the second Mutant Awakening Gem from 100%? Tough call, man. I've heard from some players that have more experience with Emma than I do that she doesn't really need to be awakened. So I'd probably hold on to it, but I don't have a ton of experience. So I'm sorry to say you might want to get a second opinion on that. Like I did rank up my 4-star Emma and got her awakened and everything, but I haven't really had much time to test her awakened ability. And I do have a 6-star version, but she's unawakened, and yeah, I've just been kind of using the unawakened version. Like I want to say you probably don't need to awaken her. I just don't know for sure. And if you wanted to rank her up for prestige and stuff like that, then that's a different story. And of course, you would need to awaken her and stuff. BG, you guys just think about playing with different... How about players who rank champs to just play, but there are restrictions to not use them? A perspective from Gold 1 Alliance, high mid-level player. Hold on. BG, you guys just think about playing with different... How about players who rank champs to just play, but there are restrictions to not use them? Robert, are you able to explain a little bit what you're saying? I'm sorry, man. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're saying exactly. Are you saying in general restrictions for someone who's not... who hasn't, like, progressed as far? Or are you saying something else? I've already said, just to be clear, I'm not like super thrilled with the restrictions here. You know, I wish there was a different system that Kabam would implement. I just don't know exactly what that other system would be. You know? Oh, and Hector, BG Voodoo is Mystic, so counts as Enertech. I forgot, dude. Yeah, it's all Mystic champions. You're right, dude. It is all. That would be a freaking nightmare. No, you would just die instantly, pretty much, right? Because you get the incinerates on yourself. Is that how it works against him? But there's like that's also the restrictions are also to 100% the quest. You know, so you could still get very far in that quest before you ever have to run into the restrictions, and maybe by the time you get to that point, you know, maybe the restrictions wouldn't affect you as much. Who knows what the rewards are? Maybe the rewards are a different title that, you know, give additional rewards from the, I don't know, something. Increase the daily crystal again or something like that. I don't know. I have no clue what they're going to do for the rewards. But it's for the 100% thing. But you said you want to play with different champs, but restrictive roster player can't play the champs they ranked for the most part, especially if all 6 stars are meme champs and just 3 to 4 quality rank 5s. 3 to 4 quality rank 5 5-star. Yeah, you're right. Even someone who has a lot of rank ups can't always play with those champions. Yeah, I'm just trying to picture, like, where are you at in the game? I'm curious, Robert. I want to know, like, exactly how far you've progressed, type of thing. And I hope this doesn't come out the wrong way. But I'm just curious where you are in regards to, like, Act 6, like. Actually, maybe this is a better way to ask this question. Okay, so where you're at in the game, do you only want to use 3 to 4 champions, or are you only using those 3 to 4 champions because those are the only ones that you could rank up? Because I feel like even long before I have 8 565s now. Long before I got to this point, even when I was only at 1 565, I wanted to use different champions. It wasn't necessarily a based on how many champions I had that made me want to play a variety of champions. I always wanted to play a variety of champions. But yeah, I'm curious if you're just in that kind of style of just really wanting to play one champion, which I would understand. You know, there's definitely players like that don't want to use a variety, and they do just want to play like the same champion all the time. I would like to use at max 6 to 10 champs, 3 champs mostly, and other 2 slots for utility. I feel like playing with nodes is fun, not restrictions. Okay, so I think that's more a difference of preference of just the type of game that we want to play, because I don't want to play a maximum of 6 to 10 champions. I want to play a lot more champions than 6 to 10. I want to play a lot more champions than 6 to 10. I want to play, like, I don't know, like, obviously I couldn't get good at at every single champion in this game, but I would have more fun if I could use like 30 champions or something like that. And then every once in a while, you know, kind of shift some out that I no longer enjoy as much anymore for some of the newer ones and stuff like that. But right now, I only play like 3 champions. So yeah, I want to play more than that. And hey, again, I'm not saying that the restrictions that Kabam are introducing is the way to go about it. All I'm saying is I want a way to actually use more champions, even if it wasn't 30, just more. But at this point, I'm using pretty much Omega Red, Hyperion, and Venom. We could boil it down to that. Part 1, why is Kabam so worried who we play with? I'm so tired of their split personality. It's not, it's just pure greed. They design OP champs that everyone wants to make a fortune selling RNG. Base crystals with such low odds, then they turn around and say, oh, poor players, we are so worried about your enjoyment for the game, so we're preventing you from using the champs you invest all your money into. They only seem to care about our well-being when it makes them money, but ignore us the other 99% of the time. I'm not sure how to comment on this, Hinach, I gotta tell you. I don't know, did Kabam ever say these things that you're saying? We're so worried about your enjoyment for the game, so we're preventing you from using the champs you invested all your money into? I don't know. I don't know, man. I get it. I get it. You don't like the restriction stuff. I understand. But give them that feedback. There's really not a lot of restriction in there, to be totally honest. But I understand. Hit them with that feedback. Let them know that you don't like it. I don't know. I don't think it's terrible, but I also don't like it. I think it definitely restricts people wanting to make legend runs to the very lucky and the whales, which kind of sucks. Possibly. I actually think it's going to help me out doing a legends run. Just because I think it's going to deter people from wanting to do it if they're going to... I feel like people are going to psych themselves out. They're going to look at the very few people that have spent a lot on Cavalier Crystals to get like 50 6-star champions and be like, well, I can't match that. I'm out. Sixth number comes to mind from our top champs used for AQ, AW, and questing, though. That's how many champs we have with rank 4 or above with good sig level. Sometimes use rank 3 too. Forget about ranks, though, is what I'm trying to say. Like, just forget about the whole, like, who you have ranked up thing. Is that the amount of champions that you want to play with? Let's say Kabam flipped it around and said you could only use 3-star champions. You know, everyone can get 3-star champions. You can only use 3-star champions, but we're going to design the content in such a way that you actually have to use a large variety of those 3-star champions. I would love that. I would love that, man. It's for me, it's really fun getting just to play different champions where I don't normally get to play them. I'm not saying that I have 30 champions that are high ranked that I could actually use. I'm just saying, you know, that's what I want to do. They switch between hardcore inequality by designing very OP champs that everyone wants, then switch to forced equality where they want to bring down the OP champs they designed in the first place. How much are they doing that, though? You can literally use your Corvus or Omega or Ghost for like 90% of the entire quest. I feel like this is actually less restrictive than Variant 1, but I preferred the restrictions of Variant 1, if that makes sense. I think people like this less just because of the whole 6-star thing, though. Because I'm sure people feel like 6-star restrictions. Kabam wants us to buy Cav crystals, right? I would love 3-star wars. Same, dude. Same. Never been so happy to have a 6-star Heimdall and Hela. 2 6-stars just for synergy. Then I have 6-star rank 2 Rolk, who's a beast. Dude, yeah. This could be pretty damn good. This game, what are you guys talking about? The 6.2 restrictions. How long you been playing? I've been playing for 3.5 years or so. You said there is no best champ in the game, so if there are 30 to 40 champs which are really fun to use and useful, unlike DPX, we luckily get 10 to 12 champs only. That are good? I don't think so. I think there's way more than 10 to 12. I think people generally stick to, like, you know, a very small amount. But dude, there's easily like 30 plus champions in this game that are good. They're just not quite on the level of like Ghost and Corvus and some of the other like super OP champs. But I could easily go through the list of champions we have and pull out 30 or 40 champs. When is 6.2 coming? About a month from now. BG, what do you think of a path that literally forces you to use a random champ in your roster? I don't know about that. I feel like part of the game is like that strategy. I feel like that's a big part of the game is like strategy and planning ahead and stuff. I would have to see it in game, but my initial reaction to that would be okay, well, my initial reaction was going to be bad, but I think that could work, not for Act 6, but using a random champion, if they did that for, let's say, just a special event, like that Deadpool event that we had, where there was just like some ridiculous nodes on there, right? Not the 4th of July, the April Fool's Day one. If they did something like that, where it was like the first quest, the first fight, it was like a single fight quest, and you just spent 1 energy, and maybe you got super unlucky at first, and they picked like your 1-star Spider-Man or something like that, and you just couldn't beat it. You had to back out, try again. I think just for a laugh, that would be funny. Because, you know, you go in a few times and finally you get one of your high level champions and you can take them down or something. But if like that was in a serious content, serious quest, I don't think I'd like it. BG, would you rank to a 6-star unduped Corvus now that we know about the restrictions? I've been holding off because of prestige, but now I'm rethinking. Also have 6-star Proxima. I think rank 2 Corvus unduped. Yeah, I think it's worth it. It's tough to say like definitely go with that rank up. He's worth it, but I gotta do one more round to get this next milestone. It depends on the rest of your roster and exactly what you want, and yeah, depends on a lot of things, but it can be worth it. Sorry, I can't give more than that. Hopefully you understand. I said we get lucky 10 to 12 champs, free to play, mild arena, out of 30 or 40 that are good. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. So they exist in game, but we just don't have them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also don't think I have 30 or 40 good 5-stars, even though I have quite a few. I understand. But I want to play more than 3, you know? I'm not a Cavalier yet. What's the cost for a featured Cavalier crystal? I think 300. BG 565 Morningstar 55 Brutal DLX method new meta. Oh, for you're talking about to take down that Human Torch. Yeah. 4-star ban in 6.1, partial 5-star ban in 6.2. What's in store for 6.3 and 6.4? Banning 5 stars outright. If the company ever tried this in any of the business, it would be fraud. Sorry that I'm pissed today. That's okay, man. You could speak your mind, dude. You know that. You're always welcome to say whatever you want here. I just, I'm not always gonna agree. So hopefully that doesn't piss you off too much. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's not like my preferred choice of system either. I want to make that clear. I just don't think it's that big a deal at the same time. Is what I'm getting at, I guess. BG and chat, who is the best option for that meth on All or Nothing in map 7? It's just so much ore of incineration damage. All or Nothing in map 7, Void comes to mind. I don't know who the best is, but I would think Void. Or wait, oh, in map 7. Oh wait, map 7. I don't know. I was thinking something else. I don't know where mine was. I have no idea. I don't fight any Mephisto in map 7 myself. Yeah, if anyone else knows or takes that path. BG, what do you think on these? I feel restrictions probably should have been based off challenger rating rather than rarity. Possibly. I think basing stuff off of challenger rating wouldn't be a bad idea. I would need to see like the exact details to let you know how I feel about it, but I think basing things off challenger rating is not bad, where you can't just bring in like a, let's say you want to use Heimdall. Maybe he would have to be a 550 Heimdall or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't mind. I wish we could bring in 4-star champions. I would rather the restrictions be like, I would rather restrictions be like this. We can use 4-star champions in Act 6, but there are different paths set up so that you were forced to use like the class type thing. I think is good. What other ways there to restrict, man? It really is tough for me to think of it. For free-to-play players, we've almost reached the end of the road. If you don't grind like crazy, you'll need ages to clear Act 6 content. Well, it's permanent content. I think you could just do a single clear and probably be fine. I don't think you're gonna like. It depends on how competitive you are, I suppose, but I don't think you're just gonna not be able to play the game anymore because you haven't 100% it. Like, let's. Sorry. Before I go, let's take a look at Act 6.1. If we look at the rewards for it, there are some really good rewards here for 100% clearing this. It was worth it to get this tier 5 basic and these shards and everything. It's rank up gem, all of it's good stuff. But if you couldn't 100% clear it, which I'm sure there's a lot of people in chat right now that don't have this 100% done, you're fine. If I didn't have this 100% clear, even if I didn't do the initial clear on Act 6, guess what? I would be fine. I would still be able to play the game just fine. It's certainly true that some people the restrictions have less of an impact on. um, certain people, you know, especially the people that have like just an absurd number of 6-stars, that have spent a lot on Cavalier Crystals, who have like 30, 40 plus 6-star champions, right? They're gonna the impact of the restrictions of 6.2, it's gonna be less severe for them, right? But for everybody else that's outside of that like 0.01% of players, man, everyone's affected by the same thing. You know, it's not like it's just like one person out there that is affected by it. It's everybody. Like if it's gonna take you a long time to go through the content, it's gonna take other people a long time too. You know. They can make progression gates like 100% Act 5 before you go through. I mean, what does that actually do, though? I just don't know what impact that has on the game. I don't know if that changes the strategy that players have to use. Players don't have to use different champions and stuff like that. It's really tough, man. I'm telling you. I've been thinking about this all day, and seriously, the best thing I can come up with, which is I haven't heard a single person in here say it's a good idea, so it's probably a bad idea. But really, the best thing I can come up with is multiple difficulties where, okay, you see how it says completion rewards and exploration rewards? There'd be a different set of rewards below that, and it would say challenge mode rewards. And it would just be cosmetic, and you would basically sign up at the beginning of the quest for some severe restrictions and get through that. Like, that's the only thing I think of where, yeah, you can choose to not have the restrictions or choose to have the restrictions if you are up for the additional challenge. If you're up for the idea of having to use some alternate champions or something like that. That's the best thing I could come up with, because how do you make everybody happy in this game? It's freaking impossible. How do you make it? How do you make people shift away from the champions that they use for everything? You know, actually, there is another way. You could nerf champions. That's another way. Or you could add gear too, I guess. And the gear would have to be so powerful that it would basically be buffing up the other champions so that you'd use them instead of using the standard go-to champions for absolutely everything. Otherwise, man, I don't know. It's tough to design this new content. Restrict by tags, immunity, specific champion, few ways. Do you think people would be happy with that, Hector? Is that more restrictive? Restricting by tags. I'd be open to the idea. I'm just trying to imagine how that would look. So you're saying, like, what? Like, break it down for me. Are you saying like Quest 1 you could only use small size champions, Quest 2 medium size, something like that, or? BG, are you saying to complete easier content for the rewards and then do the same thing? No, 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 no. But for much more difficult, for no rewards aside from the participation trophy? Not exactly. It's like sort of, but not exactly. You wouldn't have to complete it twice, is the intent. Where, yeah, if you wanted to complete it twice, if you wanted to go back later to complete it on that amped up difficulty, you could. But you could just start from the beginning and enable those restrictions. Like, just enable that challenge from the start. Almost like how you can in other games where you know, you just pick a difficulty right at the start of the game. Like easy, medium, or hard. Back to like the Doom days where it was like, let me find a good screen. Actually, let's Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem difficulty select. It's not. This is not the perfect solution either. It's really not. I just can't think of anything else. Here we go, man. This is what I want. This is what I want right here. Choose skill level. I'm too young to die. Hey, not too rough. Hurt me plenty. Ultra violence. Nightmare. Yeah, no one has said that was a good idea though, so I'm sure it's a bad idea, but it's what I got, guys. I don't know. That's Doom BG. Oh, was that Doom? Whoops. I mean, they both have it. Now, Spitball, you could do, like, only metal, only heroes, only villains. See, that's pretty restrictive. Field tags is much worse. The Avengers restriction is one of my least favorite design features for the new Thanos. See, there you go. I think most would be okay with tag restrictions as long as they could use 4 stars. Possibly. Possibly. I think that would be really fun, actually. Getting to use 4-star champions, but having the tag restrictions. Like, I would enjoy that personally. I think. I don't know for sure, man. I'd have to... Maybe there would be certain tags that it's just like, well, damn, I don't have a high-level metal champion or something. I don't know. Just as an example, I think I do have a high-level metal one. Omega Red's metal, right? But... yeah, I don't know. BG, is Thanatos related to Thanos? I can't remember. I think Thanatos... the Thanatos that used to be in this chat all the time told me who Thanatos was, but I can't remember. I like your idea the best so far. If players want a challenge, they could do a harder level, and like you said, you only get superficial rewards. I think... it's definitely not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but hear me out. It would also solve a couple of other problems. I think you could use it to solve the Legends problem where the Legends title system sucks. It's always sucked. How do you get a Legends title? You go out and you spend $1,000 on the newest iPhone or iPod, or not iPod, iPad. Good luck playing this game on an iPod. Actually, don't they have iPod touches? Maybe you could do that. Anyway. The Legends system these days, it's go out, get the newest iOS device, max boost on a 565 overpowered champion, and just mash your way through on an area of the game that you're way overpowered for. But let's say, okay, 6.2 comes out. They have this system that I'm talking about, the normal mode and the challenge mode. If you do the challenge mode, well, you get a... If you do the challenge mode within 90 days or something like that, give people some time. Why not? The difficulty is there, right? Give them 90 days. If they can go through it all, boom, Legends title, something like that. Or you could also use it as a way to prove yourself to a new alliance. I guess it would be pretty limited, though. It would only affect, like, I don't know, like master... Man, no, it wouldn't just be master level players. I'm sure there's quite a few people that are a little bit more casual, that don't want to run map 7, don't want to participate in high level alliance wars, but do want some type of solo challenge, and they could use that as a way to prove themselves if they're looking for a new alliance or something like that. Apple product, can I play it on a slice of Granny Smith apple? You can. Try, at least. How about no 4 stars in Act 6 as a restriction? Tag will be 5 and 6 stars only. Wait, are you saying you can use 4 stars, but you can use any 4 star, but the 5 stars you can only use certain tags? Is that what you're saying? Interesting. I feel like maybe we're getting somewhere there. Curious, I don't know. I mean, in essence, restricting somebody is generally frustrating and not taken well, but giving bonuses is exciting and encouraging. That's true, too. That's true, too. Okay, that's a good point. That's a real good point. That could be the restriction where it's a reverse restriction where everybody except for the like a certain class type gets a bonus or something like that. Well, or not, it wouldn't be everybody, I guess. It would be a certain select few champions. I don't know. I mean, they tried that in Variant 2, and I think there was definitely some success there. I feel like if they expanded that a little bit, maybe that would be really good. Would people still try to get through there with their Ghost and Corvus and stuff like that, though? Or would... Like, these buffs would have to be serious, man, for people to shy away from their normal go-to champions. Instead of restrictions, they could use bonus synergies, like if you bring 4 Cosmic 5-star, all of them gain a Fury buff or a True Strike or something like that. Potentially. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, what restrictions they have. If I can't complete it immediately, then I have something to look forward to. The problem is people think they need 200% day one. That's fair too. Yeah, that's fair too. It is permanent content. Why do people want more endgame content with great rewards but don't want it to be challenging or difficult to obtain? I think people do want it to be challenging and difficult. I think they maybe just want a different type of challenging and difficult. But yeah, just kind of like I was saying, it's tough to come up with something outside of adding restrictions, you know? It really is. Nodes like Variant 2, so fun with champ-specific nodes, or like Save the Battle Realm type gems. It's... they were fun, but certain nodes made things too easy, I would say, too. It's a tough balance, man. It's a tough balance. 3.3 Variant 2 global node made Venom the Duck great again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Made Venom the Duck... Dude, Venom the Duck was always a great champion. First off, Hector. And second, I don't know, man. It's a little too OP. I want it to be really challenging, but I want to be able to use all the champs at any star level that I have spent time, effort, and resources to rank up. Yeah... I'm kind of curious. We can talk about this tomorrow, and you know we will. We probably will. How about? I'm kind of curious. I want to do a straw poll real quick. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. I'm curious if you guys would prefer more difficult content with fewer restrictions, or content that's a little bit easier that has restrictions. So either you use your same champions, but you're going up against just like stacked HP and attack and stuff like that enemies, more so than if they added the restrictions or something like that. Hold on, let me write this up here. Which do you prefer? No restrictions, but actually, let me word it this way. Champion restrictions and no attack HP global node, or no restrictions but 150% extra attack HP. Alright, I'm gonna give the poll in the chat. Picture like 6.1 levels and add 150% extra attack and health on top of that. I don't know why I didn't have the screen up. Sorry. Hey. Hey, take me to the results. Oh, there we go. Third option, tough content with restrictions. I feel like that's one of the others. You have it so can pick both? Do I? Oh no. Could people vote on both? I think regarding 6.2, Kabam are always going to do whatever they want with restrictions, so this one is just becoming annoying at this point. If you don't want to play the game, then quit, and if you still want to play, then people will keep playing regardless of BS restrictions. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it is something worth discussing and giving feedback and stuff like that. I think as long as it's not just like whining too hard type of complaining, then it's fine to discuss, you know? If people get crazy with it and they're like, yeah, if you kabam, and just, I don't know, going absolute berserk, screaming off the top of their head or something like that, you know, we don't need that, but... okay, so... Champion restrictions and no extra attack and HP global node seems to be winning. This, I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know if this poll is, means much. But, it's worth putting out there at least, I don't know. Option for play game and leave design to people who are educated in the fields. That's a good option. It's a good option. I think that if you have the skill, then you should be able to do any content. Restrictions gate some people who might have the skill but don't have the champs, but probably not many. Yeah, but if you have this, I feel like if you have the skill, you can also use like the junkier champions that are you're being restricted to, kind of thing, you know. I don't know. It's good to have a vocal community. Helps Kabam understand their base. Yeah. As long as it's, like I said, as long as it's not like shouting at them, where it's just like a civil conversation about it. Then I think it's healthy. What if there was something that affected challenger rating against your favor unless you met certain requirements? Doesn't completely bar you, but makes it considerably harder. I think I understand what you're saying. You know, they might be able to do that with global nodes. What if you could have both of these? What if it was like this? Okay, you can use any champion you want. However, in order to reduce the effect of the global node, you have to have these certain champions on your team. It's basically the same thing you said, except just instead of challenger rating, it would be reducing the global node. Hey, is BG like an inside man for Kabam? No, I've got no affiliation with Kabam. I mean, even when I was in the content creator program, that's something entirely different. That's just, you know, getting early access to a champion. Do you think they could possibly drop restrictions one day for us puny summoners? I don't think they would ever drop it completely, but as time goes on, you end up getting more and more champions, so it becomes easier over time anyway. Like for example, somebody just starting the game today is going to get their first 5-star champion way faster than I ever got my first 5-star champion type of thing, you know? BG, do you think this game is pay to win / get big advantage? Oh, yeah, you definitely get a big advantage for spending. I don't think you have to, though. If that's what you're asking. I definitely don't think you have to. I think even, you know, I hear a lot of people saying this is the end of free-to-play or something like that. I don't think so. And I'm not just talking about for myself. I'm talking about for everybody who doesn't spend. You know how many times I've heard that expression over the past few years that I've been playing this game? Like I said, you know, if these gates slow people down, it slows down everybody. If you have the skill, you probably have completed all the other content that isn't restricted, that gives you the rewards that overcome the restrictions. Yeah, that's a good point, too. BG, what do you think of a massive update that buffs most of the older champs, but simple buffs like larger health pool for Electro, more armor breaks for Iron Fist, X-Force has better regen, etc.? I think the main issue is that older champions are now outdated. If older champs got reworked, no one would mind restrictions. I think people still would mind restrictions, but as for the other part of your question, just an overall buffing of champions like that, I'm for it, but you got to be careful. I don't think more health for Electro is a good thing, you know? You got to be real careful. I think most champions need attack more than anything. Maybe a few could use a bit more health, but most champions need more damage than anything. It's tough because that also does affect the player base negatively too. So there's a little bit of a trade-off there where let's say you buff Iron Fist's damage. Well, these days if you slip up against Iron Fist, it could hurt pretty bad, but you probably survive. If they buff Iron Fist damage to make him competitive with some of the other champions in the game, though, and you take a 5-hit combo from Iron Fist, you're probably going to die. You know? So there's a bit of a trade-off there. But I'm for updates like that overall, for the most part. Surely could BAM have the stats for each person's most used champs and have something buff that targets that. To buff the most used? Are you saying like a node that would make it more difficult to use that top champion or something? Is that what you're saying? Alright, it's getting late though, guys. It is getting late. We need to call this. BG, I'm way behind in this game just because of bad decisions on who to put ISO or Catalyst into. It can be tough, man. It can be tough on who to rank up and who to level up and stuff. It's one of my favorite parts about the game. BG, I am free to play too since 2015, back when you were still biking in Jersey, dude. Those were the days. BG, how many units would you prepare for a first run of Labyrinth? I usually like to recommend about 3,000. Not that you would use all 3,000, hopefully, but it's just good to have them in case, you know, things go badly. But I definitely wouldn't start my run until I was comfortably taken down like the first fight in there. Most times. You don't have to solo it every time, but you want to solo it like half the time. Buff negatively. Okay, so like a note against it. So, yeah, I think Kabam could do that. How do you guys feel about that? What if they had a node? What if it was a global node that affected the top 10 most commonly used champions? How many times have you tried to end the stream now? Yeah, it's been a lot of times. But what if they had a global node that just said... I don't know who the top 10 is. I'm just going to name 10 common champions. So like Corvus, Ghost, Omega, Blade, Stark Spidey, Void, Hyperion, whatever. You guys get the point. These champions all have negative 75% attack or something like that. Getting busy and try for 4 a.m. Hope he doesn't read this. I read it. No, I'm getting out of here, guys. I'm getting out of here. So, like, champion has contender thingy? Yeah, exactly. How do you receive the Legends title? Most people get it through the monthly event quest. There's a few different ways to get it, but the monthly event quest is the most common. There's a time attack for it, basically. The people who get through on Heroic and Master, the fastest for the month, the top 100 fastest times, they are awarded the Legends badge. Nerf's OP champs would be a much better way to do restrictions. Interesting. I should have done a poll about that, but I'm too lazy to do another poll right now. Because I think Kabam can do that, but I feel like people would take that pretty negatively, but I don't know. There would be a secret underground bot ring where they intentionally run the worst champs. Maybe. If a 2017, 2019 champ die instantly. What? Die instantly? Holy crap, Star. Wouldn't the common champs be like OG Spider-Man and Hulk or something? Or Colossus? Well, I was... maybe if you're talking about like the entire player base. But I was thinking they would target like... okay, the players who have the uncollected title or beyond or something like that. Ryan, are you going to bed? We'll catch you next time. Yeah, I'm out of here. BG1 question. Has Havoc been in the login calendar? I don't know. Does anybody know? The login crystals, I just get them and keep them until the crystal cleanup time. I don't actually know who's in there. It's a good question. Ooh, speaking of login calendar thing, I hope they put Ronin in the calendar, because I didn't get him as a 3-star. That'd actually be really nice. Alright, but anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We can continue the discussion tomorrow. I hope nobody gets mad about the discussion, is the only thing that I sometimes worry about. I don't think anybody did tonight. Not at each other, at least. You know, you can get mad at Kabam all you want. I don't care. You guys can say whatever you want to Kabam. But it's nice having a place to discuss stuff like this. That's, you know, people are civil and stuff like that. Because, man, you go to, like, the forums or other places, you know, even Reddit. Reddit's a bit better than the forums, of course, but, you know, still, it's hard to have, like, a back and forth and try to figure out, like, what is actually good for the game, you know? I'm mad about the discussion. Grr. Alright, well, in that case, I better get out of here before I get stabbed or something. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Oh, Darkside Saint. Dude, thank you again so much. Not only Darkside Saint, but, man, there was some really big super chats tonight, guys. I do not deserve this. Thank you very much, guys. B. Daniels. It was B. Daniels and Shark that I think had the 50, right? Dragon sent over a bunch. Yuki. That was a lot. Thank you, everybody. BG, can you do a design stream one day? Or on Sundays where you talk about ways to make the game fun? I don't know how that would go, Hinach. I feel like we talk about design stuff just kind of randomly always, pretty much. I don't know how a dedicated stream on that would go. I think the game is really fun. I hear that it from a few different people of like Kabam needs to make the game fun again, and I'm just sitting here like, man, I'm enjoying the game. I don't know. Here's what I'm thinking though. I don't know how that stream would go, but I feel like MS Paint would be involved. And because of that, I feel like we could probably have a pretty good time using Paint. So, yeah. Alright, anyway. I'm out now, for real. Good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow is also going to be... oh, crap. Oh, no. Okay. Alright, never mind. Yeah, tomorrow's probably going to be my last stream. For just for a couple of days, and then I'll be back. It's not a long trip, but there's no way I'm going to be able to stream while I'm gone. But okay, alright, good night, everybody.